Welcome back to another episode of Exploring Whiskeys. Again, I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and today we have another bottle from Mr. Adam Morgan. Thank you, Mr.
Yes, sir.
This is the Sagamore Spirit Rye Double Oak. So we've done a couple of these, the double barrels, double oak, things like that. We just did one, and I can't remember what it was, but it's the same idea where not only is it's aged in a new charred barrel, and then it's transferred to another charred barrel, not a toasted barrel. So there's going to be a lot of the char sweetness, so it won't be the vanilla from the toasting. It'll be more the char, like darker brown sugars, things like that. But it's a rye first. So it's a 4 to 5 year old rye that's then dropped into a new barrel for another 18 months. So 6 to 7 year rye. Kind of an interesting idea.
This one is sourced. Now they're not sourcing.
Yeah, I don't. Yes, I agree that they're not sourcing. I don't know if this one is or isn't. Oh wait, still in Indiana.
Okay.
Ding 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 ding. All right. Yeah, so they were sourcing from MGP.
Yep.
And distilling their own and going through some of that. And now I'm pretty sure everything they're putting out. Well, I guess there's probably some age-stated ones that may not be all theirs, but I think everything they're putting out now is their distillate.
And who's the big backer?
The dude from Under Armour.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, sorry.
I want to say it's Kevin Plank.
They are loving the checkers. Look at the bottom of the cork. It's got checkers on it. These people are freaks for checkers.
Well, it kind of goes with their state flag.
It absolutely does.
Holy rye.
So with the MGP version, it is a blend of both of the MGP ryes. So they have the 95.5, which we love.
Yep.
That's a pure exaggeration. They also have a 51% rye. So like the just barely legally rye with a lot of corn and some malt in there. So it's a blend of both. They don't share how much of each or any of that kind of stuff. It is at least, well, I know it's at least 4 years. They don't age state it, but it is weird. It's dark and dark.
Yeah.
It's a very dark whiskey. No question about. 2 very heavily charred barrels.
Would help explain.
Yeah, that adds some color. That is not the nose that I would expect off of MGP rye. It's not that super dill herbal 95.5 thing.
I'm going to say you're going to like the finish on this one, though.
Yeah?
Yep. You're not going to like the front of the palate, but you're going to like the finish.
That's a really good guess. The front of the palate is pretty heavy rye.
Yes.
There's a pretty apparent. It's not really crazy aggressive, but it's a very apparent rye note. Then as you drink and like pull it down, all those barrel sugars are there. Like every charred barrel sugar that you could think of. So like just a charred sugar. Creme brulee top.
I get like a confectioner sugar.
I could see that, but just like but there's a char to it too. I don't know of a charred thing with confectioner sugar on it. I'm drawing a blank on that one, but there's and a little vanilla.
But then you get that wood impact from the double. The next.
It doesn't. Yeah, it dries out a touch. It doesn't. It's not a long lingering palate.
It doesn't disappear.
No, right.
It lingers.
Ooh. Now the nose has a little fruity note.
A little bit. Just the rye isn't as in your face.
After taking the first sip and getting a little acclimated to it, the retronasal kind of comes in a little bit more fruity. Like that. Like a dried dark fruit.
Ooh, I got more proof on that second pull. And
it got tingly.
Yeah, but now it's drying up.
There's
that wood impact, the barrel impact.
What is that in the middle? There's like that's weird. That got really weird.
Yeah.
That got just really weird. There is a dried fruit note, but it's not over, like some of the sweetness disappeared. Like
Yeah,
it's
you gotta
not a
it just
sweet
dried
note.
out
It's
for
just
me.
a like a really dried fruit note. And then I'm trying to think of what that is, and I cannot place it.
All right, well, here's
But the
here's
char
a power
is really
suggestion,
strong.
though.
Okay, what's the bottle say?
The Double Oak's delightful caramel, toffee, hazelnut, and toasted coconut. Nope. I don't get any of that.
I get toasted stuff or charred stuff, but not coconut.
Not even a hazelnut. Holy cow, is my mouth dry now.
Man, you chew on that, and it just accelerates all of those things. Drying out the oaky notes, the char notes, so much stronger. The rye notes are also come up. Weird bottle. That's a weird bottle. All right. I have no idea where this is going to go. Still got some dried fruit in there, though. Weird. 96.6. So not crazy proof, but I mean, that's a solid proof, but getting a little more warmth off of it than I thought I was going to get for 96.6.
Oh, it disappeared. I got some funky note. Now it just goes back to that peppery rye.
I get at the very top, like toasted rye bread, like toasted though, like you know what I mean? Like it's a really strong toasted bread note.
Yeah, now I just get those strong rye notes.
Okay, now I almost get a little. Do you get a little toasty marshmallow in there?
I got a face full of sweetness
Okay.
on the front one. I mean, I held on
Very
to it.
front, yeah.
Very front.
In the very front, I got like almost like a toasted marshmallow note.
That's your toasted coconut.
Sure. Okay. I'm not getting coconut per se. I do get a toasty marshmallow note. There is some dried fruit, and then the oak barrel impact at the end, and it just kind of like stops. It's not
get
as
the,
aggressively drying out, but it just stops.
The handful of dried fruit. I'm trying to go through them because I know what you're going. I know what you're saying. I get it, but I'm trying to think of. I can't narrow it down.
No. To me, it's just like the whole handful.
No, there's a specific one for me, and it's one of the orange ones.
Like a dried mango?
Yeah, probably.
I could go that route. That's the only reason why I said that, is I could go
Yeah,
like
immediately
a
I got
dried
drawn
mango.
to that little orange rectangle.
Yeah. I could go down a dried mango note.
Yeah, the nose for me is just still
Rye.
bunch of rye.
Yeah.
It's an interesting pour, and I'm enjoying it. I like the it changes.
It's a lot of different. This is one that I'd love to.
It's a roller coaster.
One pour a slightly bigger amount and spend a little more time letting it open up, take another sip, and kind of like processing.
Well, Adam won't mind if we finish the rest of the stuff after the episode, will he?
Sure. And it's so weird. I mean, even nosing in the glass, like the top, a lot of the sweet notes come across the top. The middle, those like spiced jellies
Yeah.
is kind of what I'm getting like in the middle. So it's kind of sweet, but it's got like that.
You talking about like the spiced gumdrops?
Yeah, exactly. That's like the middle of the nose. Then you get to the bottom and it's all like rye.
It's great. Like my mouth is like bone dry.
Yeah, it is very drying. This is it's a fun whiskey.
It's a fun little pour.
Very different. A lot of different characters and profiles.
So we definitely have one more Sagamore to do, for sure. Whiskey Club, we have the tequila finished one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
which was interesting. And I'll have to check with Paul.
Oh, he's got them all, right?
He has the the Manhattan finished one or the
Okay.
old fashioned. They have one of the cocktail finished ones. We'll see if he still has that bottle. See if we can borrow it. So I know we have at least one, maybe two more
Okay.
Sagamore. So now I go back. I get the rye, but now I just get toasted notes.
Toasted marshmallow at the very top. And then like a weird spiced jelly thing in the middle, and then just all rye at the bottom. Oh. It's a really interesting bottle. It is not the cheapest bottle. $85 for a 7-ish year. It's not crazy for a rye. A lot of ryes do tend to be a little bit more expensive than bourbons, and it is finished, like it's transferred to another barrel, so there's all those expenses. So yeah, I kind of get all that, but It is weird, and oddly, I kind of like that it's weird. It's kind of one where I'd be like, you got to try this type bottle.
I kind of feel like
Which is probably how I ended up with
I kind
it.
of feel like I'm in Willy Wonka. It's like when they taste it, like
The whole meal?
yeah, the whole meal. It just keeps
Everlasting
it
gobstopper,
keeps
right?
changing flavors.
Yeah, there's a lot of different notes and flavors in this, and the water just sent it down a whole different path. Like,
So you going to go water or no water?
probably water?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the water.
I think the water just opened up so many more layers and notes. So I'm probably going to go water. But again, this is a bottle like 1.5 ounce to 2 ounce pour. Sip on that for a while, or 2 1 ounce pours and one with water, one without, and do some A-Bing. You could sit with this and really have a really good time.
No ice for me on this.
I don't think why. It doesn't need it. It doesn't drink real hot.
I don't think
even
it
at
would.
96.
I don't think it would make it. It wouldn't improve it.
No, it would probably just mute some things out. And I don't think you want to.
Maybe it might mute the rye out for you.
It's not bothering me.
No,
The rye is not bothering me, so I'm okay.
but the rye was way more apparent without the water.
I'm going to give that a thumbs up. That's a pretty good bottle.
Oh, I like their experimentation.
They're doing some different things. I'm
And
really
they followed
excited.
suit, like they source now.
Right.
Now they're up and running.
Really excited to see how their distillate.
It's an East Coast.
Same recipe. Yeah. And Maryland rye is a thing. Like
Yep.
the Pennsylvania,
Well,
Maryland
like
area.
the old Overholt.
Yeah, exactly. Like that is a thing. Like that's where rye was super popular in that area, and as a
It
grain.
grows in that.
Yeah,
climate.
as a grain, it's super popular in that area. So they distilled a lot of it, and it is different than like Midwest rye. It's a different flavor profile. So I'm really interested to see what their distillate tastes like. That would be a fun.
I
debate.
would think that it's going to be consistent.
You think they might have sent their grain to MGP?
Well, with
Because
the
you
right
can do that. I mean,
Well, with the right people involved and the chemists, like
Yeah.
when we were at Rabbit Hole, there was the one bottle
that started sourcing.
Yeah, they
Was
sourced
that
it,
High Gold?
but they kept. Now they do it, but they
Kept the exact.
they made sure
same
they
recipe.
kept the same recipe. So I would think that
They transfer recipes.
it's going to be very close.
I'd still like to A-B it. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, it would.
It'd be interesting just to see if there's a noticeable difference or not.
But like the next time to the liquor store, though, it'd be nice to like pull bottles and start seeing what's still left.
Right.
Or if you look out and there's like, ooh, here's one from Indiana.
And here's one from Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
I like the bottle.
they had to spend some money on that bottle.
Yeah.
They had to. I mean, the shape, the angles, it's almost like a diamond cut type look to it.
I wonder what the thought was behind the bottle shape. Though.
It's a kind of. I mean, it's chopped off, but it's kind of their little checkers or diamonds. Things.
All angles.
All angles.
All right. Well, again, kudos to Mr. Adam.
Thank you.
Mr. Adam Morgan for letting us sample this bottle on the show. We hope you enjoyed the review of the Sagamore Spirit Rye Double Oaked. Again, it's an interesting bottle. It's kind of like a roller coaster.
It really is.
You know, get one flavor on one ride, and you add some water. You pick up some different notes.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. Again,
Yeah.
thank you
That's
for
a fun bottle.
Thank you for letting us borrow for the show. We hope you enjoyed the review. Kind of as always, if you enjoyed it, we'd love some commentary.
Absolutely.
We'd love you to thumb up the video. And if we missed something, drop us a. Did you get something that we completely whiffed on?
Yeah.
Drop us.
Palates are very, very different.
Yep.
And our palate tends to be in the pretty similar profile, but other people could pull totally different things. So love to hear from you.
Yeah, leave us a note, and then if there's some other Sagamore bottles, some of
we
your
should
favorite,
pursue.
or hell, even your least favorite.
Sure.
We want to try it all. So let us know.
Yep. Love to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.